I'm such a huge fan of SNL, so this is a huge. Have you heard of it?
Saturday Night Live?
Yeah.
Yes, I've heard of that show. Yeah, I'm happy you're here. This is the Tonight Show. You're here, and I want to say your husband's also here, and your mom and dad. I met them. They're out there somewhere. Hi, mom and dad. Hi, husband.
Yeah.
There they are. There they are. I got to see Oh Mary. I went last week, and man, oh man, I laughed so hard. It was unbelievable. You were fantastic.
Thank you. I'm glad that. I hope we didn't cause you any pain. Some audience members have been like, I laughed so hard that it was painful.
Yeah, no, I was painful. Yeah, I went. I went with Ben Stiller.
Well, yeah, and Billy Crystal and Rebel Wilson just happened to also be in the audience.
Yes,
couldn't have spread out the star power a little bit more for us. It's a little bit, overwhelming.
No, we laughed so hard. I was just, every time you came out, I was just going crazy. I go, oh my God, I cannot wait. Because you play Abraham Lincoln.
Obviously.
Yes, obviously, yes. How did we describe Oh Mary?
Oh gosh, it is one of the stupidest plays that has ever been written.
Yes, very nice. That's very good.
The best way
Gosh,
following Cola Scola's fever dream about Mary Todd Lincoln, which obviously would be a hit.
Yeah, so Cole
trending right now.
Yeah, so Cole Escola didn't do any research.
No.
On Mary Lincoln.
No.
No research.
No.
And Cole thinks that Mary Lincoln is a drunk who wants to sing cabaret?
Yes, and it turns out, actually, you laugh, but we found out that Abraham Lincoln actually got a telegram once in the White House that was saying, please come collect your wife. She is making a fool of herself.
What?
So we were actually, with no research at all, Cole is actually hitting certain things right on the head, so.
It's the funniest thing. It's just so ridiculous, and it's in the Oval Office. And did you do any research?
I mean, yes. Well, I'm Asian American, so I have to do my homework. Thanks, Dad. Thanks for
Dad.
instilling that in me.
Thanks, Dad.
And I dived in so deep and came up with certain nuggets of wisdom that you may not know about Abraham Lincoln, and I'd like to share it with you, that he was actually our first Filipino president. And that's why they hired me. No, I'm just kidding.
I was like, wait, wow.
I don't think that landed the way I wanted.
Wow, no,
I saw people getting Googling.
Wait, is that right? Is that real? No, yeah.
No, but I did do my research, but I researched the mind of an idiot, Cola Scola, and what makes Cole tick. It's a combination of Mommy Dearest and Whatever Happened to Baby Jane.
Yes.
Gone with the Wind.
It's just every time. Do you ever break during any scene? Because it's so funny.
Well, do you know anything about breaking?
Yeah, you think?
Have you heard?
Yeah.
I mean, I have to say.
Kind of made a career on that, yeah.
The Debbie Downer sketch is, I've seen it more times than
Rachel Dratch, genius.
Oh,
She's
my
brilliant.
God.
You know, it's fun, someone brought that up recently, and I go, I think I made it through most of that sketch. I only broke at the end, and they go, no, you didn't.
No.
You laughed the whole way through.
Everybody.
Yeah,
and
I go, I'm sorry.
Fred Armisen never breaks. And
I know.
He was breaking.
Yeah. So you're a big fan of SNL.
I am a huge fan of SNL. I'm pretty good about keeping my composure when I know celebrities are at the show.
Yeah.
But if Kristen Wiig ever came to the show, I have a mug that I drink out of before every show backstage that has her as Doonie from the Lawrence Welk Show.
No way.
Yeah, and I've had it since 2006.
And oh my gosh, so you've never met Kristen?
No, I would.
Oh, you're going to love her. She's exactly who you want her to be.
Oh, that's awesome.
She's so funny and she's the best.
Yeah.
Oh, and she will freak out for this. All right, good. I hope you meet her. You're gonna love her. I will say, I don't know spoilers, but there's one scene in particular that I thought was just next level genius, where you and Mary, Cole as Mary, and Mary keeps interrupting you. She keeps interrupting you. Mary, stop interrupting me! And even your voices make me laugh. And I'm like, that's not how Abraham Lincoln would talk. And you're doing, and he goes, just stop, just shush. And
please.
Yes, and she keeps interrupting you. And then at one point, you don't say anything to each other, but you silently interrupt each other.
Right.
And it's beyond. I've never seen that joke done before.
When we did it downtown, the first 2 weeks I was breaking, and Sam, our director, was like, "Hey, Conrad. We need to talk about you breaking on stage." And so I had to come up with the most horrific images in my head. It's talking about thinking about your pets.
No, I don't want to know what you're thinking about. Yeah.
But I never broke it. It did the job.
It crushes. The whole theater went. It was just. It's well done. It's brilliant. Do you have any superstitions before the show, or something you have to touch, or something you have to do before you get out there?
Yeah, there was actually something that happened in the first week or two of the show that, you know, it's not the type of show that you go up to your castmate and say, have a great show. You know, you're gonna really, I hope you do well.
Because it's looser.
It's looser, yeah. It's absurd, and very funny, which I think we all need right now.
Yes.
So before the show in the first week downtown, I was just standing there and I saw Cole in those stupid curls, and I went up to Cole and I said, hey, have a great show, face. And without missing a beat, Cole says, you too, and now we do it every single show before every single show.
My goodness.
Yeah.
See, that's the secret.
Yeah, besides the vocal warm-ups and the yoga.
Yeah. It is one of my favorite things I see. If you need a laugh, which we all do, go see Oh Mary, the whole cast. You are brilliant.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you so much for coming on.
That means a lot coming from you.
Conrad Ricamora, everybody. Oh Mary is playing now at the Lyceum Theater. We'll be right back with a performance from Bailey Zimmerman. Stick around.
Hey, hey.